Which party currently controls Congress?
Currently, like, I don't know, actually.
The Republicans.
Republicans.
Republican.
Republicans
Yes.
control Congress?
Yes.
Probably Republican because the president's Republican. That's my honest answer.
Now, that was a clip of how Obama got elected by documentary filmmaker John Ziegler. Now, the idea came from a Zogby poll that was released before the election. In his latest endeavor, Ziegler examines how Barack Obama voters compare to McCain voters when it comes to politics and their candidate. Now, his new poll found that McCain voters fared quite better than Obama voters. 35% of McCain voters got 10 or more of the 13 questions correct versus only 18% of Obama voters. Now, when it came to the question of congressional control, the majority of people who got it correct were McCain voters, and, well, the majority who got it incorrect, they cast their vote once again for Obama. Joining us now, documentary filmmaker and producer of Blocking the Path to 9/11 and creator of HowObamaGotElected.com, John Ziegler is with us. John, welcome back. Glad you're with us.
Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
All right. First of all, not to toot our own horn here, but you also, talk about networks. For example, those exposed to the Fox News channel had the highest numbers in answering, the congressional control question. 3 to 1 compared to CNN, and twice the number of those people that get tingly feelings at some NBC network, right?
Well, Sean, it's important to keep in mind that the MSNBC numbers, because of the small number of people in their audience, may not be indicative of the larger population. It's hard to get a good sample size with MSNBC viewers.
You're very welcome on Fox
reasons.
News for that comment. Thank you very much. All right.
But here's the important point, Sean.
Yeah.
It's important to keep in mind that this all began with the video that you just played for a documentary I'm doing about the media coverage of this election. I then commissioned the Zogby poll, and people like Alan Combs said to me 2 weeks ago on this program, hey, what about McCain voters? Well, the reason why we only did Obama voters, I don't know if you've heard, but Obama won the election. I'm trying to figure out how the media coverage impacted the winner of the election.
Right.
Therefore, I only focused on Obama voters. So this time we decided, let's show the real story here. How did the McCain voters do? And the results are astonishing.
The tape is astonishing. And here's what's frustrating to me. And you asked specific questions, for example, about what people knew about Bill Ayers, and who they voted for, the coal power plants comments. I mean, these were really significant issues. And it seems that Obama voters, if you don't listen to talk radio, if you don't watch the Fox News channel, you're not anywhere nearly as informed as people that are just hearing the bumper stickers, the slogans, the snippets, the commercials of the media. So journalism died in 2008, and it influenced a lot of people on the way out.
That's exactly right. This poll, and you can see the full results at HowObamaGotElected.com, as well as the video you're referring to, proves this in no uncertain terms,
so what you're
with
saying,
unambiguous questions.
What you're saying, John, is that McCain won, you would have done the same exact thing if he was the winner, to show how the media had an influence on McCain winning. Is that your point?
Alan, why would that matter to? Why don't we focus on the results?
Because Obama won.
The results
so
are what you don't want to talk about.
You've done the reverse.
Well, wait a minute. If I thought there was a massive amount of media-induced ignorance, absolutely I would. Anyone that cares about democracy in this country ought to care about whether or not our voters are informed.
Was it the media that elected George W. Bush?
No, actually, the media tried very hard not to elect George W. Bush. There's an awful lot of proof of that.
So when a Democrat wins, the media does it, and when a Republican wins, it's the will of the people.
Who wins is irrelevant to the nature of the media coverage. Bush would have won 65-35 with fair coverage in 2004.
Well, in 2000, they actually lost the popular vote. But let me ask you this. One of the questions you had was about the Keating scandal, and 58% of McCain voters got that wrong.
That's right.
Doesn't that only show that if you're inclined toward a particular candidate, you're not going to believe negative stuff about that candidate? Isn't that what that proves?
That is absolutely. That was one of the things that we found in this poll, and we put that in the press release that's going to come out tomorrow at HowObamaGotElected.com to be fair to everybody. This is not about showing whether McCain voters or Obama voters are smarter or more or less ignorant. It's about the media coverage that they got
you're blaming,
and the two different worlds in which they live.
Basically, you're saying that Obama voters, rather than looking at things objectively, drank left-wing media Kool-Aid. That's the point you're trying to make.
I think you said it very well there, Alan. Yeah, exactly
23%
right. And
of
I think
Texans.
you were one of those Kool-Aid
23%. Kool-Aid's great sometimes, by the way.
John,
a little spritz. 23% of Texans are convinced that Democratic presidential nominee Obama is a Muslim. What does that tell about people listening to what they hear on the media? In that case, the conservative media.
Actually, Alan, if you look at his history in Indonesia, he was registered as a Muslim. That's a rational answer.
You believe he's a Muslim?
Even though he's not
Do you
today.
think he's a Muslim?
No, I don't think he's a Muslim.
Well,
but
23% of Texans did. What does that tell you?
How is that relevant to this discussion?
It's because you're talking about people buying what they see in the media. We got to run. I thank